So let's start with the exercise so that the direct and inverse variation questions are clear to you. We'll start with the exercise 7a. First question. Weight of 8 articles, identical articles, is 4.8 kg. What is the weight of 11 such articles? Okay. Now when a question of unitary method is there, that is a direct or inverse variation question is there, very firstly from the question you are supposed to find out the keywords which are supposed to form the skeleton of the question. Okay, the factors which decide the question. Now here weight of 8 articles, okay, is 4.8 kg. So you are dealing with two things here, the number of articles and the weight. So you are going to make two columns. First one will be number of articles, okay, and the second one is of the weight. The weight is in kg. So I write weight which is in kg. Number of articles, 8 articles. It's given in the question. Weight of 8 articles is 4.8 kg. What is the weight of 11 such articles? So 11 will be placed under number of articles. What will be the weight? So we assume it as x. Okay. Now we have framed the question. Okay, from this you can find out the number of articles. If 8 articles are there, the weight will be 4.8, and you are asked if 11 articles are there, what will be the weight. As I discussed with you, very firstly it is very important to find out which kind of variation does the question belongs to. So if you see number of articles have increased, so what will happen to the weight? Naturally the weight will also increase. Okay, so make the arrows. The number of articles have increased, so weight of the articles will also increase. Increase in one causes an increase in another. So which kind of variation? This is a direct variation. Okay, it's a direct variation. So whenever you have a direct variation kind of question, we do cross multiplication among the columns. That is, 8 will be multiplied by x and 11 will be multiplied by 4.8. For your reference, you should always write here in the right hand side column which kind of variation is it. It is a direct variation. So in direct variation, you always cross multiply the columns which you have made. Okay. Now 8 will be multiplied by x and 11 will be multiplied by 4.8. It's a good practice to always keep your variable towards your left hand side. So my variable is x. So 8 will be multiplied by x. So I'll be keeping it in the left. So 8 into x is equals to 11 into 4.8. Okay, so now x remains here and 8 goes to the other side. So x is 11 into 4.8 upon 8. You have the decimal point, you can either remove it or you can keep it. Okay, I am removing it as decimal point is here. I multiply it by 10, as numerator is multiplied by 10, the denominator also will be multiplied by 10. So you get the value as 11 into 48 upon 8 into 10 is 80. As 4.8 is multiplied by 10, the decimal point moves towards the right by 1 decimal place and you get it 48. So 11 into 48 upon 80. You can reduce it anyhow. Either you can go, I go by the table of 8. 8 6 are 48, 8 10s are 80. Okay, again 6 and 10 are the multiples of 2. So 2 3s are 6, 2 5s are 10. Okay, so you get it as x is, now you can't reduce it further, so just multiply it. 11 into 3 is 33 upon 5, which is nothing but 6.6. Okay, is it clear, children? This is 6.6 kg. Okay, so you need to write the concluding statement. Therefore, the weight of 11 such articles is 6.6 kg. Is it clear? Let's take the third example. It is stating that 8 men complete a work in 6 hours. How many hours will 12 men complete the same work? As we have discussed, from the question, identify the two keywords which are telling the fact about the question. Now here, what are the two key factors is number of men, okay, the number of men and the number of hours they are working, okay, that is hours for which they are working. So number of men are 8 and they are working for 6 hours. Fine. So how many hours will 12 men complete the same work? In how many hours will 12 men? So 12 will be coming under the column of men, and how many hours will be needed by them? So if for a certain task, if I employ more number of men, naturally the time taken by that will be less. So if I see here, my number of men have increased. So what will happen to the time required for completion of work? It will decrease. Okay, more men can do the work in less time. So number of men have increased, so the time will decrease. So which kind of variation? One quantity increases, the other decreases. So this is a inverse variation. Which kind of variation? This is a inverse variation. Now in the previous question, when we had direct variation, we did cross multiplication. Okay, and in inverse variation we do straight multiplication. Okay, that is the difference between it. Okay, in inverse variation you do straight multiplication. Always remember this. Okay, so here, as this is an inverse kind of question, inverse variation kind of question, we will do the straight multiplication. Okay, and as we discussed, the variable should always be on the left hand side. Now the variable is multiplied by 12, so I'll keep 12 into x towards my left. So 12 into x is equals to 8 into 6. We'll keep the variable here and we'll shift the other thing to the RHS. So 12, which is in multiplication, so it will go there and become divisions. 6 ones are 6, 6 twos are 12. Again 2 and 8 can be reduced, so 2 ones are 2 fours are. So the value of x here is 4, and what is this x? Is number of hours. Okay, so the time required for the completion of work is 4 hours by 12 men. Next question, question number 14. If a 25 centimeter long candle burns for 45 minutes, how long will another candle of the same material and same thickness but 5 centimeter longer than the previous one will burn? Okay, now here instead of giving you the data directly, it is being given 5 centimeter longer than the previous one. Okay, so you need to make very firstly the two columns. What are the two keywords which are being talked about here? Is the length, which is in centimeter, and the time, which is given in minutes. So 25 centimeter, for the time for which it burns is 45 minutes. You need to find out what will be the time required, or how much time the candle will burn if it is 5 centimeter longer than the previous one. So 25 plus 5, that is the new length of the candle, is now 30. So it will burn for how much time? Okay, so if you see, the length of the candle has increased, so naturally the time for which it will burn will also increase. So increase in one causes an increase in another. So which kind of variation? Again a direct variation question. So in direct variation, what do? We cross multiply. So we cross multiply it. Again, keep your variable towards your left hand side. So 25 into x is equals to 45 into 30. Take 25 to the other side, it is in multiplication, so it goes to the other side and becomes division. Reduce it according to your convenience. I have done it with the multiple of 5. 5 5s are 25 and 5 6 are 30 first. Then again 5 can be reduced, so 5 1s and 5 9s are. So you are left with 9 into 6, that is 54 minutes. So the candle will burn for 54 minutes. Next question, question number 7. 400 men have provision for 23 weeks. They are joined by 60 men. How long will the provision last? Provision means whatever things are there for eating. Okay, that provision, it can be eating also, it can be anything. So the provision, if 400 men are there, the provision is for 23 weeks. So 60 men join them, that is number of people have increased from 400 plus 60. So what will be the new number of men now? 460. And what will be the provision for them? Okay, so naturally if the number of men have increased, the provision will last for less number of days. Okay, so men have increased, so provision has decreased. Okay, so which type of variation? One increases, the other decreases. That means it is an inverse kind of variation. In inverse variation, what do? We do straight multiplication. So you have to multiply 400 by 23 and 460 by x. Okay, so again keep x towards the LHS. So 460 into x equals to 400 into 23. 460 goes to the other side, reduce it, and you get 20 weeks. So the provision will last for 23 weeks. Okay, children, it is very important to just very firstly find out which kind of variation is that, because that variation only decides the pattern of multiplication. Okay, if you trace the variation incorrect, your answer will be incorrect. Next one, 200 men have provision for 30 days. If 50 men left, the same provision would last for the remaining men for how many days? The previous question, men joined. Now here the men have left. Okay, 200 men have the provision for 30 days and 50 men left. So what are the two columns? Men and provision. So for 200 men, the provision was of 30 days. 50 left, that is 200 minus 50, that is 150. You need to find out the provision will last for how many number of days. Now the number of men have decreased, so the provision will last longer. That means the provision will increase. So decrease in one causes an increase in another, means it is a inverse variation. So in inverse variation, what do? We do straight multiply. Okay, now 200 will be multiplied by 30 and 150 will be multiplied by x. So here you have 150 into x equals to 200 into 30. 150 is in multiplication, so it will go to the other side and become division. Reduce it, okay, and you get the answer as 40 days. So that provision will last for 40 days. Next, question number 11. If 3 dozen eggs cost rupees 90, find the cost of 3 scores of egg. Okay, now here one is in dozen, the other one is in scores. Okay, so what the score means? In one score 20 eggs are there. Okay, so eggs, what are the two things? Eggs and the cost. The eggs are given to you in dozen, 3 dozen for 90 rupees, and the second one is given in scores. Okay, so what do? We convert into the number of eggs. 3 dozen means how many eggs? So 3 into 12, that is 36 eggs, and 3 scores means how many eggs? 3 scores is, 1 score is 20 eggs, so 3 into 20, that is 60 eggs. Okay, so we need to find out the cost of 60 eggs. So if you see here, naturally if the number of eggs have increased, the cost will also increase. Increase in one causes increase in other. Which kind of variation? Cross direct variation, so we cross multiply. Okay, so 36 into x equals to 60 into 90. 36 is in multiplication, it will go to the other side and become division. So you have 60 into 90 upon 36. Reduce it. I have reduced with 6. First 6 6s are 36, 6 10s are 60, and again I have reduced with the other multiple. Okay, so when you get reduce everything, you get the final answer as 150 rupees. So the cost of 3 scores of egg is rupees 150. You can reduce anyhow. Okay, either you can reduce first 36 and 90, or you can reduce 60 or 36. Next, question number 15. A carpenter prepares a new chair in 3 days, working 8 hours a day. At least how many hours per day must he work in order to make the same chair in 4 days? Okay, so what are the two key words here? The number of days required for completion of work and number of hours per day the man is working. Okay, so when he is working for 3 days, he works 8 hours per day to complete the task. Now if he has to complete the chair in 4 days, how many hours per day should he spend working on it? Okay, now the number of days have increased, naturally the hours per day will decrease. Okay, so you need to trace it properly. Increase in one causes a decrease in another. Number of days have increased, so he can work less number of hours per day so that he can complete the work. Okay, so which kind of variation? This is an inverse variation, so you need to multiply straight. So 3 will be multiplied by 8, 4 will be multiplied by x. So 4 into x equals to 3 into 8. Again 4 will be going to the other side. 4 ones, 4 twos, 8. So 3 into 2, 6 hours. So he has to work 6 hours per day in order to complete his work in 4 days. Next, question number 18. A machine is used for making rubber balls and makes 500 balls in 30 minutes. How many balls will it make in 3.5 hours? So if you see here it is minutes and here it is in hours. The two things which are being talked about here is number of balls and the time, which is given in minutes. So it can make 500 balls in 30 minutes. You need to find out how many balls it can make in 3.5 hours. So one of them is in minute. So you need to convert 3.5 hours into minutes. So how do we convert? 3 hours means 60 into 3, that is 180, and half hour means 30 minutes. So plus 30. So 180 plus 30, that is 210 minutes. Is it clear? Okay. Now as the number of, if you see here, the time has increased, naturally the number of balls which can be produced is increased. So which kind of variation? Direct variation. Direct variation means do cross multiplication. So when you cross multiply, x into 30 equals to 500 into 210. So take 30 to the other side, it will become, multiplication will become division. So when you reduce it, 31s are 37s are 210. So just 507 are left, which is in multiplication. So 7 5s are 35 and the 2 zeros we just attach. So it is 3500 balls can be made by the machine in 3 hours, 3.5 hours. Next, question number 19. Question number 19. In a school hostel mess, 20 children consume a certain quantity of ration in 6 days. However, 5 children did not return to the hostel after holidays. How long will the same amount of ration last now? So what are the two things? The number of children and the days for which the provision is going to last. When 20 children are there, the provision is going to last for 6 days. And 5 children did not return. That means 5 are less from the number of children which are being given. So 20 minus 5, that is 15. If 15 children are there, how many days the provision will last? So as the number of children have decreased, naturally the food will last for more number of days. Okay, so the decrease in one will cause an increase in another. So this is nothing but a inverse variation. Inverse variation, what do? We do straight multiplication. Okay, so now 15 will be multiplied by x. So 15 into x equals to 20 into 6. 15 is in multiplication, so it will go to the other side and become division. Reduce it and you get the answer as 8 days. So the required ration will last for 8 days.